and welcome back to the Indy Airstrip Attack, of course, brought to you by none other than the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, E85 and Unleaded 88. I'm Jimmy Shaberg, and this is day 2 of the half-mile airport racing live from Marion, Indiana. Glad to have everyone back. We're on a sold-out event, multiple 2,000-plus horsepower cars battling it out all weekend long. Thank you once again for joining us. In case you missed some of the highlights of the first part, see the top mile an hours scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Right now, that is owned by AZ Cycle Parts and UGR 1 and 2. We got bad boy Morris Malone in the mix with a 240 and change. We'll get right to some racing here. There on your screen, you got Dave Webster in the Challenger Super Stock. He's been a best of 146.2. Peter, E63S AMG, been a best of 156 and change. Been pretty consistent, both these guys, all weekend long. Yeah, I see it too. Alrighty. Scott McIntosh in that Audi R8. Jay in his Audi R8 next to him. Waiting for the mile an hour to show up there. Scott with a 151.8. Brendan Doolittle Challenger, Jim Quinn, Corvette Z06 getting ready to launch right there. You see our grid girl lining them up. Jim's been a best of 156 and change. Brennan's been a best of 131 in the Challenger. .131.7 Brennan. A little slow on the mile an hour on the other side there, coming up on my screen with that 710 horse Mustang, or sorry, Corvette Z06. Hey, I just had lunch. I'll get back to it. Don't you worry. That's Kent Seckler in the ZX-10R, Randy in the RSV4 Aprilia. Sneaking up on him there. Got Fast Dolphin as McLaren 720S. Tony Crandall in that Roush. Aprilia went 152.9. Kent 159.3. Fast Dolph, of course, from the Hopkins Foundation. Like a little jump on Tony Crandall there in the Roush. Will it be enough to hold off Fast Dolph? Nope. Got him. McLaren with a 170.97. Roush slipping through the flags there. Meantime, I got Zach Moore in the ZL1, Doug Merritt in that Mustang Roush. Zach Moore putting the hurt on that Roush Mustang. Yikes. Zach's claiming 650 horse, did 170.2 to Doug's 140.4 with 750 horse. Somebody's sandbagging. Craig Kaiser there, the Mustang Shelby GT 500, 700 horse, been a best at 154.3. a solo pass, it looks like here. This is Sean and the Porsche Turbo. Been a best of 189, 1,100 horse in this beast. Fast cars are coming back out, so get ready. You're going to really enjoy this. So there's Sean ripping through the traps in that Porsche. Got Bad Apple Calvo Motorsports Viper coming up right behind him. See it right there. It's been a best of 222 right off the trailer. Sean ended up with a 182.8. What's Calvo gonna do? Sounds like he had to lift. Oh, he's gone sideways. And we've got a pretty good size. All right, we stand by for everybody. We're just getting a couple things sorted out here. We'll be back momentarily. So that's why you see everything kind of slow down. Okay, we're going to take a little break. Looks like the driver's going to be all right, and we're just going to get everything kind of situated. Going to take a little bit to clean this up, and obviously we'll be right back. Appreciate everybody joining us out here at the Indy Airstrip attack, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more fast cars. Okay, we're going to take a little break. Looks like the driver's going to be all right, and we're just going to get everything kind of situated. Going to take a little bit to clean this up, and obviously we'll be right back. Appreciate everybody joining us out here at the Indy Airstrip attack, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more fast cars. Okay, just want to make an announcement for everyone at home. Obviously, welcome back. Calvo is alert and responsive. And just as a precaution, we are going to have him lifted out of here to get further checked out. But I wanted to let everybody know. Let's definitely hear it for Calvo that he is alert and responsive. Let's hear it. I'm glad to hear that. We'll be back as quickly as we can. Obviously, we want to get this sorted. Welcome back. We're just getting some cleanup done here. Just a quick announcement. Had a little bit of an off on a very, very fast Viper. And so to those that know Antonio Calvo, just wanted to give everyone an update, and that is he's alert, he's moving around. We're sending him off to get looked at, obviously, as a precaution. But I will say a few things here that need to be said. We do these things in controlled environments for exactly these reasons, right? So the Hans device and roll bar and the other required safety equipment that car was equipped with obviously contributed to his safety. And I can't stress that enough. And that is why we do these events, these airstrip attack events in a controlled environment. Fire and safety was right on top of it. And we're still resuming some cleanup. And I just wanted to kind of keep everyone updated at home. That we will be coming back live here very shortly as we get the last part of this cleaned up, and then obviously we are going to go back live racing. And who's ready for that? Well, I'm definitely ready for that, and I'm sure you are at home too, along with everyone that's here live. So appreciate everybody sticking around. Don't go anywhere. We got some fast stuff coming back up. We also have the finals and semifinals, so you're not going to want to miss any of those, and we will be back shortly.
Hey Jeff, I just saw lightning over past the beyond the start. Lightning, I want to go down.
So there goes Chris Lazo in that Audi R8, Peter in that E63S. Welcome back, everyone at home. Appreciate you rejoining us. 196.1 for Chris, new best for him. Peter with a 146.9. Of course, we got Mandy King in that Ninja ZX6R, Cesar Valles in the GSXR up on deck right now. We are coming to you live out here in Marion, Indiana, the Indy Airstrip attack. Been a great day of racing. Cesar Valles ripping through the flags there with a headwind, 169.8 for him. Got a UGR, a couple of UGR cars coming back out. Excited to see them. Mark Blackwell starting his Lamborghini Performante. Been a best of 205, won this event. You can see him right there in that beautiful drone footage provided by Revolution.com. Blackwell, no slouch to fast cars and fast runs. Let's see what he did this time around. .206.9. He's going to be happy with that. Right into the win. Now I get Tyler Mixon, that UGR AZ Cycle Parts Lambo. It is your highest mile an hour of the event so far, 246.0. Fast car on course now. What are they going to do? UGR always full of surprises. Tyler, a very capable driver. Definitely looks like he's on the boil. Mile an hour coming up. 244.03 miles an hour. Nice backup to his 246.04. Tyler, AZ Cycle Parts in the house, UGR, way to go. Always bad fast. That is your fastest mile an hour car of the weekend so far. Mike McCarley coming up, ZR1, 1,208 horsepower, been a best of 177.3. $177.2 that time around. Pretty consistent there, Mike. Nicely done. Got bad boy Morris Malone on deck right now. Been a best of 241.2. Looking for that 245 anything. Fastest Corvette in the half mile. Almost the fastest rear-wheel drive car in the world. You can see him leaving rubber as he goes. Didn't feel right about something. Looks like he got out of it. Definitely traction related. You could see him leaving rubber there all the way down. Always better to abort a run or pull out of a run, I guess you should say. Colin coming up in the Huracan. Brendan Doolittle in that Challenger next to him. Colin's been a 203.1 in that Lamborghini. Looks like Colin's on a pretty good pass. Let's see if he bettered his mile an hour. .203.7. There you go. Just a little bit more. Love it. Brennan with a 131.9. Joe Morrell in the ZX14. Charles Morrell in the Hayabusa. Swing arm so far back, it's in another country. Love it. hear that turbo whistle all the way down. Mile an hour coming up. Charles with the 188.1 in the Hayabusa, 163.3 in the Big Cowie. Thomas Riddle in the Lamborghini Urus. Tony Williams in that CTS-V. 1,000 horse in the CTS-V. V stands for victory in that race, that's for sure. Mile an hour coming up for them. 172.2 for the CTS-V. Riddle in that Urus. Wambo Lambo. $139.2. Andrew Wydell, Z06 Gauge in the Camaro. Been a best of 142.8. Nice looking older Camaro. Little catfish action. Gauge in the Camaro, 137.2, 159.0 for the Z06. Got Kent in the ZX10, Greg in the ZX14. $169.8 for Greg, $154 for the ZX10R. Got the AMG GTC coming back for some more. Up against the Mustang there. Zach Elliott, 460 horse. About as side-by-side as you're ever going to get. Mile an hour coming up. $149 for Chad, $141 for Zach in the Mustang. Trevor and Webster here, Challenger and Corvette. Here we go. Corvette's just screaming. Mile an hour, 178.8 for Trevor in the Vet, 142 for the Challenger. Jonathan Brown, Charger, Kenneth in the GT500 on deck right now. It's our grid girl Shayla with the arm drop. That's her right there. .1,200 horsepower in this Mustang. Sound like he got out of it a little early, too. Kenneth in the GT500 did a 173. Jonathan with a 146. Now I got the CTS-V, Andrew, 1,000 horse. That's Shayla right there. Ready for the arm drop. Boom. right, Andrew there in that CTSV 1,000 horse. Let's see what it did. Mile an hour. It's been a best 156.7. Waiting for it to pull through my screen. I could make a number up, but that wouldn't be nearly as much fun. 131. Got a nice interview coming up. Right now I got Tony Janko in the GT350 and Chris Williams in or Julian Bassler's Huracan. Looks like he got out of it on the big end.
I'm here with Kurt with his 64 Ford Fairlane. Please tell me all about this beautiful, beautiful car, Kurt.
I bought this car 5 years ago. No transmission, no drivetrain. And my buddy out in Arizona said, I found you a motor. And that's where it got way out of hand. It's a 2013 GT500 drivetrain. 5.8 liter. It's a 351 supercharged. It's got a Tremec 6-speed, full suspension. It's got the carbon fiber drive shaft, Watts Link rear end. It's like the drivetrain of a GT500, and it's my baby.
And how fast have you gone so far this weekend?
149.7. I'm trying to hit 150, and I'm not making it. That's my goal, is to hit 150, and I'm gonna do it today, one way or another.
I love that confidence, Kurt. I think you're gonna do it too. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and chat with me. This is a beautiful, beautiful car.
Thank you.
All right, that was Peter right there with a 150.1. 140 for Chris. Fast Dolph. Marisol in the Continental Bentley GT. Fast Dolph in his Audi R8. It's been a 203.9. From the Hopkins Foundation camp. Did a 200.18. Fast Dolph collecting those 200-mile-an-hour Ts. Marisol and the Continental GT. Looks like another 130 pass of things been really consistent. Got a Saturn Ion, 500 horse. Armando and a BMW next to Matt. The Saturn is giving her all she's got. Wasn't enough to fend off the BMW SUV. 143.9 Armando in that. Saturn, though, 500 horse. That's quite the claim. Not a lot of fast Saturns out there, I will say that for free. 132.9. I mean, the one thing you can say, it's faster than stock for sure. Top mile an hour for a Saturn back in the day was probably 100. And that one just went 132.9. Mandy King there in the ZX6R. Mandy's been all over the place, but just did 141.7 Ripper. Speaking of Ripper, I got a Porsche Turbo S. It's been 179 right on the launch pad now. Mandy with a 134.4. Valdis in the Porsche Turbo S. Thousand horsepower. $184.5 that time around. Got a beautiful ZR1, John Moore, Jason Burrow, and the Hellcat next to him. Great looking cars. Hellcat with the early lead here. Looks like that's going to stick. Did you know that 65% of the vehicles running out here this weekend are using ethanol and E85 corn-based? A lot of it coming straight out of Indiana. Big thanks to the Indiana Corn Marketing Council for such. Couple bikes here. Got Shayla lining them up. John and Travis. Honda and Ninja. Here we go. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, if you're at home with us, it's our top 10 speeds of the day, the weekend, if you will. Looks like bad boy Morris Malone is surrounded by a bunch of all-wheel drive Lamborghinis. Scott McIntosh, R8, 600 horse, been a best of 155.4. That's what's up on the launch pad. Yeah, I can see the license plate. I'm going to let you all come to your own conclusions at home. It was in a Seinfeld episode, wasn't it? Craig Kaiser, Mustang Shelby GT pulling up there, 700 horse. Scott McIntosh, that R8, 152.5. Craig Kaiser in the Shelby GT 500, 700 horse. Going through the flags, the Mopar next to him. Brennan Doolittle at 131. Shelby GT 500 with a 149.3. Love it when there's a niner. What are we out pulling up now? What's that? A little Fox body. Gotta like that. Got some big meats in the back. 1,000 horsepower, I believe. Bit of best of 161.5. Love seeing an old Fox body out here. Well, shoot. He's got one. Looks pretty fast for that pass for that Fox body. Let's see what he does mile an hour. I'm kind of curious myself. That was Sean Tramarco. 181.09. That's got to be getting up there for a fast Fox body in the half. Good for him. Connor Tomlinson in the Mustang. Josh in the GT 500 Mustang next to him. Pretty tight race right there between those two. Connor Tomlinson in the 14 Mustang, Josh in the GT 500. Lots of downshifting, lots of Mustang things. No crowds were hurt though, so that's the positive. Connor with a 164.2, 164.6. Josh, GT 500. Joel Morrell, ZX14. Charles Morrell in the big bad Busa. Joel with a 164.3. Charles with a 195.6. Nicely done there. Julian in the Lambo. Jay in the Audi R8. Andrew Wydell, Z06, Greg Bunn, and that Ninja next to him. Wait for that mile an hour. I know it's coming. 163.7 for Greg and the Ninja. Ninja sound like it might have missed a shift there somewhere through that. .160 for the Z06. Zach Elliott, Mustang GT, 460 horse, been a best of 142.4. Chad, AMG GTC Cabriolet, been a best of 150. Great drone footage from our good friends over at revolution.com. All that awesome camera footage you get to see at home. Great news is everybody that's actually here, you can actually replay these. So when you're at home, you might even be able to see yourself or your friend that's running. Don't forget to check out 1320video.com. Gage Chapin in the Camaro. Ryan Wood in the Hellcat. Looking Lamborghini there, Ryan Hopkins. Look at Jonathan Brown's Charger. Love these camera angles. They're great. Lambo made short work of that Charger, at least this time around. David Webster in his super stock coming back for some more. Ryan with a 188.7 on the Lambo, 160 for the Charger. Webster up on deck. That Mustang right next to them. Mile an hour coming up. It was a little closer than I would have thought. Waiting for the mile an hour to show up here on my screen. Sometimes it gets a little windy, it gets a little delayed. Not bad though, you know, having all this technology. 143.4 for Webster. Matthew with the Mustang, 144.9. Got an interview coming up.
Here with Tyler Mixon. I can feel the adrenaline oozing off of him right now. You just hit 246, 243 yesterday, Tyler. How are you feeling?
Feels great. Guys at Underground, you know, we came wanting to break the half-mile DCT world record. Didn't think we were going to break it in day one. Broke it with 243 day one. Came out this morning just to see what else we could get, and then broke it by another 3 miles an hour. So it's been a successful weekend so far. Team at Underground, guys are fantastic. Car was ready to go when we showed up. I had the easy job just to drive it. You know, they make everything easy for me.
I'm curious, in your opinion, how much of the ethanol being behind you was part of the performance that you just gave us?
That's all of it. I mean, ethanol fuel is obviously it has changed the motorsports game in the last probably 5 to 10 years. Burns cleaner, you know, better combustion ratios, and we're in Indiana. I mean,
Clinton, the Viper, 1,500 horse, nice ripper for him.
Yeah.
197.02.
All right, are you going to be
Jeffrey
246?
Corvette.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
All right, well, good luck out
The
there. Thank you so
161.
much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Mari Saul and the Bentley Continental GT going up against this Audi R8. Audi R8 leading the charge on that Continental GT Bentley. $136 for the Bentley, $148 for the Audi R8. Michael Stout back, Vengeance Racing in the house, 2,000 horsepower. He's been a best of 213.2 this event. I've called a 220 something for this car. He's your fastest C7 in the world right here, right now. Pulled to shoot, looking good. Got that turn signal on just to let everybody know he's going to turn left eventually. Mile an hour coming up for Michael Stout. Vengeance Racing 213.6. New best for him this weekend, like that. Got Fabian in a Trackhawk 900 horse. Kelly in that beautiful FDRX7. Tape the hood, 800 horse, trying to go over 180. Been a best at 176.3. It's going to be really hard to beat a Trackhawk launch, but he's certainly trying. He's around the outside now. Taping the hood must have helped. Let's look at that mile an hour. Kelly with a 175.3. Fabian in the Trackhawk. Mile an hour, a little delayed on my end. Look at everybody, you can see all the crowd. Hey, you can even see me. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm waving to everybody. Missed it by that much. That's Brendan Doolittle in the Challenger, Peter in the E63S. Cars making their way up there. 130.5, Brennan, Challenger, Peter. The 175.7 or 175.3, I apologize. Fast Dolph, McLaren. Julian Bassler, Supra. Supra's been at 174. McLaren's been at 173. Could be a good race. Supra's come on a little later. That inline 6.2 JZ, yo. Fast Dolph McLaren 171.6. On deck, Supra, Dupra, Valez, Nicolay in the Charger Hellcat. Pretty close right there. They were close a mile an hour, not in horsepower. 380 for the Supra, 707 for the Hellcat. like we got something that might have came off on the track, so we're going to check that out before I get to my next race here. We want to check it before we wreck it. You can see the clouds there. No rain that at least in the area that I'm aware of, which is good. A little breeze, which calmed down a little bit, I noticed. I'd say maybe that's the calm before the storm. It's hard to say. You can kind of see the clouds looming off there in the distance. Great drone footage. Our drone operators are top notch. Revolution.com providing all those videos and footage. See that the flags are not bent over as much as they were. It's definitely been pretty crazy out here at the Indy Airstrip attack. Of course, brought to you by none other than the Indiana Corn Marketing Council. That's shift sector crew out there looking at the track, making sure everything's good. While they're out there, they will also check the alignment periodically just to make sure all the timing and scoring is where it needs to be. Kind of like a mic check, but for timing and scoring nonetheless. Appreciate everybody viewing at home. Obviously, everybody here. This live stream brought to you by Indiana Corn Marketing Council and, of course, the First Farmers Bank and Trust. Gonna slide on over to an interview right now, so enjoy that at home.
I'm here with Casey from Underground Racing. He's one of our technicians building the fastest car out here on the track yesterday. Tell me, what are the goals for today?
Well, my goal is to hopefully keep them from breaking my record, but Tyler's already done beat my DCT record in his ethanol STO, and AZ Cycle Parts is getting warmed up to try to take down my world record for right at 260 in the half mile. Both of these cars are on ethanol, and man, they're running really good.
Tell me the biggest differences you noticed as far as performance when it comes to racing ethanol in comparison to traditional gasoline.
You know, there's a lot, but you know, basically we monitor the car very precisely with a lot of different sensors. One of those sensors being the NOx sensors, and it's a microphone of the noises that the engine makes. And when you switch from conventional fuels to the ethanol, you can really see it tames down those signals. So you can tell the engine's a lot happier on that just by watching those signals.
And that's what we like to see, right?
That's it.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the day. 246, that's going to be a tough one to beat. Good luck out there.
Thank you. See ya.
Joe Morrell, ZX14, Charles Morrell in the Hayabusa. 166 Joel, 200 miles an hour. He's going to love that. His first 200 pass of the weekend for Charles. Congrats. John Conway, Zach Moore in that ZL1. Been cleaning up house all day long. Couple more bikes coming up here. 168 for Zach in that ZL1. John in the CBR 1000RR. Travis in the Ninja ZX10R. John with a 167 on the Honda, 159.2 on the Cowie. Fast Dolph McLaren right out of the Hopkin Foundation. Brad Blankenship in that Audi S6. Fast Dolph going around the outside, not surprised. He's done that before. In that car, 900 horse. Blankenship been a best of 146.9 before that run. $167.7 for the McLaren, 142.9 Audi S6. John Kennedy Cobalt, Ryan Wood Hellcat coming back for some more. Only 5 miles an hour separates these two. Cobalt's kind of a late bloomer, but 500 horse, no slouch. Looks like he got out of it though. Hopefully everything's all right. Paul Cunningham coming up in the Audi RS3. Sean in that beautiful Porsche Turbo. 1100 horse, been a best of 189.8. Ryan Wood before that, and Hellcat did at 160.2. You can see Sean in that beautiful Porsche right there. Porsche caught up, went round the outside. Mile an hour on them coming up. In the meantime, I got Scott McIntosh R8, Greg Bunn Ninja. It's a play on words, I guess, but boy, there it is. Looking for Sean's mile an hour. Close right out of the gate right there. Sean ended up with a 184.88. Paul in that Audi before, 146.2. This run right here, Greg Bunn in the Ninja with a 163.4. Scott in the R8, 151. Now I got Cesar Valles looking like Evel Knievel out there. Gotta like that. Love those leathers, buddy. That's cool. No jumping today, though. Caesar with a 172.6. Ron Vale GT350 5th Gen Jennifer Harper Camaro, been a best of 157. She's been fast all weekend as always. Love seeing Jennifer out here. Ron with a 132.3, Jennifer 156.2. We got Zach Elliott Mustang against this Camaro. Brian Priest, been a best of 177.8, 1,300 horse in that car. Hence the parachute. Love those forged line wheels. good hit there. Priest 177.8. Zach with a 141.2. Webster coming up that super stock. Peter in the E63S on the launch pad. Here we go. All right, Dave Webster in the super stock. Looking good. Mile an hour away for that. I got Garrett Van Winkle on that flying banana. 1,100 horse, been at best of 178.2. Webster with a 145.4. Before that, 145.1. So here comes the flying banana, Winkle. See Shayla lining him up here. Always doing a great job out there as the grid girl. 176.1. Ed Mears Audi R8 was a 148.8. So Garrett with a 176.1. Of course, now I got Dustin in that Ninja H2. Nikolai in the Charger Hellcat. Dustin with a 187.1. See the mile an hour boards all the way over there. There goes the flying banana. Banana's been bad fast. 142.6 right there for Nikolai. Now I got Jay. What has he done here? It looks like he's getting pulled over on the airstrip in his Audi R8. Been a best of 140, but hopefully he doesn't get a ticket. Looks like he's got Indiana's finest chasing him down. I don't know what that's all about. There is a speed limit apparently on the airstrip. I was not aware of that. You would have thought we would have broke that, or UGR and AZ Cycle would have broke that doing those 246 runs, but apparently Jay with a 98.7 caught the attention of the local police, so I'll get a report on that later. Christopher Empresetti in the Audi RS3, Bradley Connor in that M3 next to him. 1 mile an hour separates these two. The Audi RS3 and the M3. Mile an hour coming up for them. Ambersetti in the RS3, 138.8, 139.06 for the M3, if that answers that question. Juan Fernandez in that Porsche Turbo, 1,500 horse. Looking for that 200. He's been at 197.7. Bassler in the Nismo GTR next to him. Juan Fernandez with a pretty good pass. Julian 159.2. That was the mile an hour for him. Juan Fernandez, I don't have it quite up yet. Got Zach Moore in the ZL1, Matt in that Saturn Ion, 500 horse in the Saturn Ion. 194.3 Juan Fernandez in the Porsche Turbo, for those that have been asking. He's getting pulled over all the way over here. Not sure what's going on there. Looks a little spooky. Good thing I'm not in the car. I don't want a ticket. Zach Moore in the ZL1 through the traps there. Matt in that Saturn Ion, 500 horse. That's a bad, fast Saturn. Not sure what Jay's done now, but I think they're just arresting Jay because he's Jay. That's my guess. I would too, actually. Just throwing it out there. 137 for the Saturn. He's going faster every time. Gotta love that Zach with a 168.1. Got Marisol Continental GT Bentley coming up. Chad Buchanan AMG GTC. 150 for that car. 138.9 for the Bentley. There you go, right there. Of course, the C stands for Cabriolet. Just got a text from Jay asking if I would cover his bail. Heck no, I'm not covering your bail, Jay. Figure it out. 151.1 for Chad. Marisol with a 135.1. Trevor Hutter in the Corvette. Jason Burrow in the Hellcat. Jason's been a 164.9. Trevor in the Corvette, though, 183.6. Good mile an hour is there. Both of them. 177.7 for the Corvette. 163.7 for the Hellcat. Now I got John in the CBR. Travis in the Ninja. And Jay on his way to jail. Not sure what he did. I'll find out later, but probably knowing Jay deserved it. Reports they cuffed him and stuffed him. I don't know. $154.2 Travis. John with a 175.2 in the CBR. Julian in his Lamborghini 640 horse version, and then the Nismo GTR. Pretty close. Just a little announcement here, as you probably don't know at home. Of course, we do here. Definitely hear a lot of thunder in the background. There's definitely been some sprinkles. And for that reason, we had to pull our drones out of the air, obviously. And then our camera guys on the lift, probably not real safe with lightning on metal lifts, so we pulled them out. Want to remind everyone we're going to be here live all day tomorrow, too. We knew there was a little bit of a storm coming. We're still rolling right now, but just in case that changes. Obviously, just wanted everyone at home to know what we have kind of going on. We're just down to the one camera. He's doing a great job. He's actually right over next to me, doing a fantastic job with the shots you're seeing at home, so I appreciate that effort. Once again, Revolution.com coming through, JeffordJHart.com coming through on all the deets, so appreciate everybody at home watching. And like I said, if we end up, big lightning strikes or something happens and we got to shut that down, I wanted to kind of keep everybody in the loop. All of our partners, 1320video.com, and of course, Global Time Attack, GTA. Hanging out on Twitch. Indiana Corn Marketing Council, First Farmers Bank and Trust. Want to thank all them for partnering up, and of course Unleaded 88. We're not going anywhere yet, but just in case we need to, just wanted to give a shout out to that. We saw Aiden O'Neill in the Lamborghini Aventador, 152.9. Philip in the Corvette, 140.8. Definitely winds are picking up, rains are kind of starting to pick up a little bit, so could get interesting here for a little bit. Ed in the Audi R8, Chris Lazo in the other R8 other side, 1,700 horse for Chris. Winds are starting to pick up a little here, rain as well. 198.1 with raindrops falling. Chris, not bad. Ed with a 148.7. Ron Vale, GT350. Kelly in that RX-7. FD Madness, 176.3 best, 800 horse. I believe it's LS swapped. Either way, that's a good swap. That car is bad. Love it. That's how you do an LS swap right. I love that car, not going to lie. Ripping through the flags there. A little raindrop on the windshield, 179.78. New mile an hour best for him today. Ron Vale, GT350. Took a little longer to get to the end, 130.8. Trevor Ziffer, GT500. Clint Shear in that Viper. Clint's been a 197.8, looking for that 200. Clint looked like he got out of it there on the big end. Trevor sneaking up in the GT500, mile an hour for them coming up. 151.7 Trevor, Clint 168.4. Bad boy Morris Malone on deck. Bit of best of 241.29. Looking for that 245 pass. Raindrops coming down. Fire and safety has been alerted. Let's hope for the best. Morris on a full pass, let it rip. Let it rip, got the shootout, 240.6 miles an hour with rain on the windshield. Gotta like that. He has doubled that mile an hour now twice, 240.64. Nicely done. Barry Malone coming up, C6C06, 162 best for Barry. Rain's definitely kind of picking up here. Eric Singer in the Corvette, 800 horse next to him. Don't have a mile an hour yet. Definitely the rain has picked up. Everybody's kind of moving inside. Can't believe bad boy Morris Malone just ripped off a 240.64 in the rain. In a 3,500 horsepower rear-wheel drive Corvette. I think he carries those things in a wheelbarrow. I don't know. These guys are all crazy to me. Barry Malone, C6Z06. Andrew Wydell in that Z06 158 to a 160 for Barry. Nikolai and the Hellcat, Clark Rosenthal. Hear the thunder in the background. 216 best. Hopefully he gets out of it on the big end. I'm not sure I would want to run in the rain like that, but here we are. Hold the chute, look nice and clean. Clark 211.96. These guys are crazy. I tell you what, Nikolai and the Charger Hellcat with a 141.3. Matthew Ober in the Mustang, Brennan Doolittle Challenger. That's what's up next. Mile an hour for them. 144.4. Brennan with a 130.2. Brad Holloway, Chevrolet SS, he was best 165.5, 850 horse. Peter in that E63S AMG right next to him. How's everybody doing out there? Good? I feel like the rain might be dying down some. Only got about an hour left to go or so.
Tyler.
165.4. Chevrolet SS. Peter with a 107.
That's what I was waiting to hear. We're just going to wait 10 minutes and see. Just let them know that we're just doing it a short rain delay. We should resume meeting soon. We don't expect this rain to last.
So Chad Buchanan here, the AMG GTC. .153.6. Marisol in that Bentley Continental GT 135.7. It's a possibility there might be a small rain delay, I'm hearing, but I'm not sure what the airstrip looks like, so we'll find out here in a minute. Jason Burrow in the Hellcat, Keith Reynolds in the Z06. He's been at 155.2, Jason 164.9. Jason with a 163.4. That passed. Keith, 155.2. Barry Malone, C6, Z06. Barry's been bad fast. Pretty much every pass he's made this weekend's over 159 miles an hour. Best 162.1. Update on the weather. Still getting little sprinkles. Barry got his foot stuck to the back of the headlight. He said, flag, screw that, I'm going all the way to the very end of this airstrip. Must have a draggy. He wants to see what he can do further on. I don't blame him. Nice venue, lots of runoff, 161 too. Good for him.
Oh, no shit. Jump right in the fucking shade over here.
It's right now. It's wet and tough.
You want something to drink, man?
Oh, good, thank you.
Huh? There's, he said,
Lando's job, we're officially in rain delay. We expect it to be short, but let's see what happens.
it's not even raining anymore. Do you feel the rain still, huh?
It hurts. A little bit.
I mean, I've been watching the lightning get closer. That's what I'm working on.
So it's going from west to east. I've been looking at the fucking weather channel on the Doppler.
Looks like we're going to head over to an interview right now.
I'm here with Briar Madden. It's his 4th year here at Indy Airstrip Attack. Tell me, how's it going so far, Brian?
Having a few difficulties chasing some gremlins, but so far so good. I think we got it all figured out now.
Did you have to make any tweaks last night?
A little bit in the tuning. The trans tune was a little off, and having some belt slip we're dealing with, but gonna put a smaller belt on and see how it works.
Okay, so what's the goal for today?
I'd like to be in the 180s. It was real close yesterday, so I think we'll be able to do it.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Short.
Copy that. So like I was saying earlier, next 10 minutes or so, we're definitely going to be on a rain delay. Let some of this pass. And we're not expecting it to stay very long. And so want to make sure everybody's safe. That's the most important piece. So about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. I appreciate everybody being here and at home. The Indy Airstrip attack, of course, brought to you by Indiana Corn Marketing Council. Thanks again. We'll be right back shortly.
Fast Off and his beautiful wife Jamie from the Hopkins Foundation. Tell me a little bit about your organization and what you guys are doing out here this weekend.
So I'm a biomolecular scientist who studies pharmacology and pharmacy, and have come up with a treatment for phantom limb pain, residual limb pain that plagues a lot of veterans. So we're out here with Warrior Breed, supporting them, giving rise to veterans. And what we do is we study science and alternative treatments for peptide medication, and my story is a long battle with long surgeries, 45 surgeries. And we found viable treatments for people who have phantom limb pain. I've cured my phantom limb pain. And so our goal is we're raising money for the foundation, either through merchandise or through our science information, to raise money for veterans causes so we can help them get better and eliminate their pain. So if you're interested in supporting our charity, you can go on to the website, thehopkinsfoundation.com. There's plenty of beautiful merchandise designed by my lovely wife, and I'll let her say a few things too.
Oh, so Jamie, you're the creative behind the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, I designed the website, and I designed all the merchandise that you see behind us. Yeah, so between Fast Off Racing, Exotic Outlaw Racing, the Hopkins Foundation, everything you see, yeah, we created it together. It definitely has a soft spot in our hearts.
That is so awesome. And how long have you guys been in organization?
So we started our organization, I've been doing research since 2019. We started and launched the foundation in January of this year. I started having a lot of improvement in my symptoms of multiple sclerosis. And I think that I've found some viable treatment options for autoimmune disorders, which is Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis. So we're working with some universities in Ohio to bring our studies to clinical trials. And the clinical trials will be involved with veterans, with the Veterans Association. So we have a meeting with the University of Cincinnati coming up September 7th. And my goal is I graduated from there, so I want to give them the first shot at my research because can be life-changing for people. I had a 30-year career in corporate America. What I'm doing now is more philanthropy and to help benefit humanity. So that's what we're out here trying to do, is just benefit veterans, thank them for their service. These guys fought for our country. I'm proud to be American. And so is she. So we're here, and we're going to do that at all the races. We sponsor at Shift Sector events. We love the Shift Sector events, and I'm out here trying to also beat Sebastian Robles' record, Seafish, in Cuberto. So.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. I mean, not only fast cars, but saving and changing lives. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
This isn't
What? Yeah, it's right. But it's, oh, dude, look, bro. Look.
I want to thank everybody for joining us, obviously, out here at the Indy Airstrip Attack, brought to you by the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, E85 and Unleaded 88. Obviously, our 1320 video partners, and Global Time Attack GTA. We're going to sign off for the day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Lots of great racing coming ahead. The rain's just going to get a little too intense, and our equipment is not made to be in the rain. So have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.